Hi guys, it's Troy. It's been a while. I owe you some sketchbooks, I think. I do believe that it's it's been quite some time. So I don't know how many of these I'm gonna get through in one video. Probably just one. Oh my god. I hope this is in focus. I don't think it is, but we're gonna work on that once I have just picked one out. Okay. So I've showed you this one. That's an old video. And I've showed you this one. That's also an old video. And then the rest of these are full except for this one's still a work in progress. And then this one isn't complete, but I don't think I'm ever gonna complete it because it's a hard bind and like the pages are for multimedia, which I don't really prefer to use. I prefer to use sketch pages. So I might just go through this just to show you guys because I don't think I'm ever gonna like finish it. And if I do, then I guess I'll just make another video. So this one will be pretty quick to get through, I think. And other than that, it's kind of just like a random draw of which one I go through. Because they're all full, and you haven't seen any of these, and I am not sure off the top of my head what's in each of these. So yeah, I think this is my oldest of the notebooks. Well, this one's really my oldest. We're gonna go through this one, and then if I have time left over, like if this minute isn't, I mean, if this video isn't already longer than, you know, 40 minutes or something, then I'll go over this one. Okay, so we're all in focus. We're gonna go over the sketchbook together. Can't really remember what's into it, so it's gonna be a fun surprise. Okay, it's gonna be good. I already see some Farrell. Let's zoom in on Mr. Man. We'll blur out my info there. But yeah, this is Mr. Man. Oh, guys, you guys have to tell me in the comments what kind of sketchbook videos you prefer, because I can do it one of two ways, all right? Here's your options. I can do more of a flip book while I talk about random stuff while going through the images, or I can, you know, stop on every picture and like tell you a bit about it. I think my style right now is like stop at some pictures and tell you a bit about it, and then sometimes I talk over the other stuff as I'm flipping through. So right now I'm doing both, but you tell me what your preference is, and you know, I'll try to do, I guess, majority rules. But this is my boy Farrell. He's my LARP character, and this was kind of my character like outfit design for what I wanted to dress him as for a while. I wanted a cowboy, not a cowboy, oh my god, I wanted a pirate hat for him. I was thinking about an eye patch at some point, wanted a big bulky leather jacket that was cropped, and you can tell this is from one of my first games too, because I have him using the baseball bat, and the first game I brought that to, they were like, this is too hard, you can't use it as a LARP weapon, it's gonna hurt somebody. So I only used that at like my second game, so this had to be a sketch from before my second game, so that's really cool. Oh my goodness, this is Sincerity. Okay, so she's my second LARP character. I don't play her as much as Farrell because Farrell is really easy to play. He's super outgoing. By the way, LARP is live action roleplay. I should have told you that when I first mentioned it, but yeah, that's just a thing I do every month. I go to a campsite and I play with my friends, and it's a zombie apocalypse game. It's super cool. I've been meaning to do videos on it, and I had all these grand plans to do videos about LARP, but I get really intimidated by how high scale production something like that would be. So anyway, this is my second LARP character, Sincerity, and she is something called a remnant, which basically means that she has a mutation, and her mutation is that she has a unicorn horn. So I think this was just me designing outfits for her, because at this point I hadn't played her yet. This is Dakota. I did a little short film about them on my channel. Lots of Dakota. I'm pretty sure I didn't go over the sketchbook on my channel yet, right? I feel like I should check right now. Okay, yeah, I definitely didn't. I am in love with these crescent moon shaped girls. They have like their forehead and their chin just gives them this crescent moon profile, and I'm just obsessed with it. So I was coming up with this little idea in my head of a crescent moon girl and like a starcatcher girl who fall in love. Never did anything with it, but someday I might. It would be a really cute animation, I think. I'm obsessed with them. Like, look how cute the crescent moon face is. And here's another picture of like ship art for them. You can see how cute they are together. Very dreamlike. This is just probably an adoptable I was trying to make. It never fully designed them, but I have a thing for, let me grab my tea. I have a thing for like multi-limbed characters. It's burning my throat. Okay. Oh, it's Fufu. Oh my gosh, Fufu. So Fufu is another one of my LARP characters. I guess I'm going to be talking about these guys a lot, but she is also a remnant, so she also has a mutation, and her mutation is that she has bat wings and bat ears, and she basically just calls herself a bat, and she introduces herself as, "Hello, I am Fufu and I am a bat." I've kind of lost my voice from the last game, so it's a bit hard for me to do her accent, but she is actually a merchant, and she sells just random trash and trinkets that she comes across, and a lot of the trinkets I'm selling are either stuff that I've bought or come across or made. So we're talking things like sea glass and rings and stuff made out of Sculpey, playing cards that have drawings on them, like that kind of stuff. So it's like junk, but it's really cool junk that people are actually going to want to buy. So this is her saying, "Behold, fantastic treasure, riches beyond your dreams." She's a great salesperson. Here's some really cute kid core sketches I did of Ronald K. McDonald. The K stands for ketchup. I'm obsessed with this character. It's actually one of the only adopts I've ever bought for myself. They were pretty cheap and I love the design, so I got them. And this is a bunch of outfits that I've designed for them. Here's some more Ronald K. McDonald with Dakota. I think they would be really good friends. These are some concept sketches I did for when I was planning the short film about Dakota. If you want to watch it, it's called Lift and it's on my channel. This is some more concept art. I thought at first that I was going to include a picture of Dakota's room and have her watching ballerinas on TV and aspiring to be like them, but that scene got cut because the film would have been too long with it. When I was planning on making the short film and designing the character, my teacher was a little bit baffled by her anatomy, and he was really on my ass about how it like wouldn't technically work, and I was trying to explain to him how she has the anatomy of like a lizard, where her tail and her body almost seem like one piece, as opposed to like a cat that has a body and then a tail. Ding! Instead, she's like a lizard where it's like a body and a tail that's like a you know what I mean? So it's like her legs stick out from her body as opposed to like her tail sticking out from her body. I don't know. Really hard to explain. So I was trying to draw him. I was trying to draw for him what I meant. Like he was trying to figure out how the tail would work like this, and I was like, no, 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 no. It's like her legs stick out, not the tail. I don't know. So anyway, he had me do all these anatomy exercises of her before he was like, okay, I guess it makes enough sense for you to animate now. And it was interesting that he was being so hard on me about it, because you would think like, oh, it's just a 2D character, like it doesn't matter if it isn't anatomically correct, but he seemed to think it was pretty important, and I just respect that, you know what I'm saying? So here's some little examples of how like her tail is so thick it doesn't come out of the small of her back. It's like it flows from her back, so you can see that her spinal column here, it goes past like where your tailbone would end, hers just continues into the tail. So it's like her tailbone is way longer than ours, and it connects directly to her spine, as opposed to it coming off from the body as a separate bone. Here's some sketches I was doing for a painting that my sister really wanted. Still haven't finished it. She's really like, every time I see her, she's like, I want you to paint a pretty girl for me. And I'm like, that's not really my thing. I've done a couple like when I was 15, and she really wants one. And she wants it to be like custom for her, and I don't know, it's still half finished sitting on my desk, and I don't know when I'm gonna finish that. Probably never. Here's some more feral with like different costume ideas I had for him. Like one idea that I thought would be really cool is if he was wearing a gas mask or something, and the gas mask had like cat ears. I thought that would be like cute but also really creepy. But when it comes to LARPing, something that's really important is that your costume is actually comfortable to wear, and something that's really uncomfortable to wear is a gas mask. Those things, any kind of mask, honestly, like they're so sweaty, you will be dripping. I have seen people drip from their gas masks, and it's not cute. I did end up making these shoulder pads, so I had this idea for stuffed animal shoulder pads, and they would basically be shoulder pads that had just the heads of stuffed animals glued onto them or sewn onto them or something, and I actually ended up making them. I'll include a picture in here if I can find it. So I went to the thrift store and I found stuffed animals that were like a good enough size to sit on my shoulder, and I ended up picking out a unicorn and a bear, and now I only wear one because they're kind of annoying to wear, so I only wear the bear now sometimes, and it's so cute and it's so iconic. It's become like a signature of Farrell's to wear this bear and be associated with the bear. These are some cute sketches that I did related to my LARP game. These are a bunch of the different zombie threats that we come across. There's zombies, and then there's also raiders. So zombies are obviously like the undead zombies, and then the raiders are like humans that have something called bad brain, which makes them like unable to think anymore, and they have to eat flesh, so they're just like crazy people who need to eat your flesh. They're cannibals. That's kind of like the most basic way I can describe it. So there's a bunch of really cool different zombies and raiders, like this dolly raider. They almost seem normal when you first see them, and they wear like really creepy doll masks and they dress really fancy. And then Lost Boys are a kind of zombie that repeats the last words they said before they died over and over, so they'll be like, help me, where's my mom? Tread, is that a chainsaw? It smells like gasoline. So they're scary because when you hear them you think that they're human at first, but then they keep repeating themselves over and over and you realize that they're dead and they're repeating the last thing they said before they died. So they're really scary. These are sketches I did of one of Farrell's friends. I think when I was filling up the sketchbook I was actually in a biology class. There was like a heavy focus on herpetology because the teacher was a herpetologist. It was really cool, but I used this sketchbook as my notepad, which gives us a lot of cool drawings like these, and then a lot of pages where I've just drawn over my notes. These were artworks I did for a client that didn't end up being used. Here's a little sketch of Farrell's pants again. He has a raccoon. Now it's just a tail. He has a raccoon tail hanging from his belt, but it used to be an entire raccoon. Some more little DR comics. So you'll see Farrell here and there with the other weird characters that he comes across. This is Farrell's mentor. His name is Brock. This is Gramercy. This was someone that Farrell used to have a crush on. Here he is giving him flowers and saying, I think you're pretty, and being super awkward about his crush. Here's some more concept art for Sincerity. Also, if the light is flickering, that's because I have these cool light bulbs that flicker like candles, so try to think of it as aesthetic and not annoying. Here's some really fun Dakota with some sparkle. And then on this page we have Kiska, which is actually a character that I'm using in my thesis film that I'm doing this year. So that's really cool. You can see that I've had this character around for a while, and I've always been thinking about animating her. This is some art I did trying to figure out how I could make those shoulder pads I mentioned. I really love this page that I did of Farrell. This close-up on his butt shows off his gang patch. The gang is called Lonely Streets. The gun looks like an L and the money sign looks like an S. So the gang's nickname is Gun Money. Usually people have to prospect before they join the gang, but Farrell just had a patch thrown in his face. These are some sketches I did when our class got to go to the zoo. I am in love with that chunky red panda. Here's some random sketches I did. I see a bit of Farrell, I see my character Baby Girl, I see this random bull man. He's very sexy. Some adorable sketches of Farrell being cold and cuddly and getting crushes on people. Here's some more Sincerity with other LARP characters. Sincerity actually worships the winter. She wears a lot of neutrals and whites, and her aesthetic is overall very cottagecore. Here's some more sketches of her. I'm just gonna cover the titties in the corner of my thumb so that I don't have to skip this beautiful page. I'm really digging this page in particular. It's got a little flap, and then there's more doodles on the inside. There's a little Polaroid I took in my biology class. He's a little jar frog man. I really miss this style that I used to draw in, where I would draw with markers and then a pencil on top to line it. Some more pretty Sincerity, and then a little bit of Deo. This is small baby Deo, and then this is grown up Deo. I think this is just Deo dressed as a clown. I absolutely love her. And then look, more four-armed people. This here actually brings a lot of memories back. Every October, my LARP game celebrates Halloween, but we call it Ween. One of the traditions of Ween is that people dress up as bad guys from horror films, like Michael Myers or The Scream. I'm really bad at explaining things, but basically, the bad guys will go after people and attack them until someone tries to fight them back. Then that person will become a protagonist, and the bad guy will continue to torment them. but the purpose is to teach them a lesson. Like, how do I explain that? It makes sense in my head, but I'm so bad at explaining it. So the first Halloween game I ever went to, someone was dressed up as Pennywise and they had placed a bunch of red balloons around the campsite. And at that point, my friends and I were all very new players, so we decided it would be a brilliant idea to go around the campsite, collect all the red balloons, and pop them. This made Pennywise very angry and we became the loser club. I actually was given a paper boat that said SS Feral on it. It was a really good time. We thought we were all gonna die. Here's a little sketch of Feral's costume from that year. Here's some more notes, but there's these really cute doodles of a little baby monkey person. Aw, there's some cute sketches of my ex. Anyway, Sincerity's looking cute. Here's a comic from a really great scene from one of my first games. I was walking around with my friend Nick. We were exploring the woods together and just kind of goofing off and joking about killing each other. We must have been out exploring for about 2 hours when we finally had to turn back, at which point we ran into our friend who had been hiding behind trees and following us the entire time. And he had been convinced that we were up to something nefarious, so he put it upon himself to follow us. We were so stunned that we had not seen him following us that entire time. Here's Sincerity with a machine gun. Some more really cute pictures of Sincerity, and then my friend's OC. These were some adoptable ideas that I never completed. Here's this little girl with a Pac-Man ghost on her chest. She's so cute. Aw, and here's a big picture of Dakota. In class we were learning about a type of snake that could swallow eggs whole. And I thought, oh yeah, that's perfect for Dakota. Just a healthy snack. It's a rat buzz. Here's some character designs of the nautical girl I was making a story for. And then some more of that cute monkey kid. These are actually super secret pictures that I have to skip past right now. This is really painful to skip past, but I have to skip past it because of secret stuff. I'm absolutely dying that I can't show this. This stuff that I cannot show you because my friends can't see it. But look, here's some cute horse people. I'm pretty sure these made an appearance in one of my YouTube videos. The one where I was designing centaurs. Yes, I was definitely working on this picture in one of my YouTube videos. You can go check that out if you want to watch me draw it. And this one, and this one. Here's a cute page that just has a couple of post-it notes on it. These characters are part of a pirate story I never finished. As you can tell, I don't have a habit of finishing my stories, only starting them. It's a really cute picture of me as my Minecraft avatar. This was back when I was first getting into Minecraft and I loved it so much, and I still do. And then here's my horse that I got. Her name is Vanilla Bean Coffee Mocha Latte Decaf with Oat Milk the Third. These are my two really old Pixie Hollow OCs. Oh my god, guys, did I ever tell you about when I played Pixie Hollow? So I had two accounts, right? I had this boy account who had a membership, and then I had this girl account who didn't have a membership. And I would go on the game on two different windows and I would play them both at the same time, and they were best friends and they would finish each other's sentences. Of course, it was just me playing it the entire time, and I would get people DMing River like, is she your girlfriend? Do you have a crush on her? Because back in the day when we were playing Pixie Hollow, we were just a bunch of kids and we would just all play girls because it was mostly girls playing the game, right? By the way, I'm not a girl, I am non-binary. See, I should have known sooner because here I was playing both. But since we were all kids, people would constantly be asking River to be their boyfriend. I rejected them all and I totally acted up like I had a crush on Fire Gem. It was so much fun. This is my character Noah. He's really pretty, he's a dancer, he's albino, and he has a snake. This is him in an AU where he's actually in the circus and he is a silks dancer. And then he's got a huge crush on the guy who does the costumes. This is Sincerity with her dead husband. Here's Feral being depressed. Here's Feral and his best friend. They beat each other up all the time. Here's some Foo-Foo. I'm pretty sure this is a more River and Fire Gem, and they are so cute. Here's a picture of me having camera anxiety. I've gotten way better about that, but it's still a thing for me. Here's concept art for another character I wanted to bring to DR. Here's a bunch of pictures of my friends from the game. We have Castor, Nike, Nathan, Hartley, who's now dead, Fanny, and Nick. Nick is a cool dude. Feral's really clingy and affectionate, and when I'm missing game, I love to draw him cuddling his friends. So here he is squishing Nick's cheeks, leaning on Nike, and then hugging Hartley, who's dead! He also sits on the bar. This is the guy who runs the bar. His name is Johnny Two Smiles. Here he is leaning on his friend Avery, and that's him getting punched by Nathan. This is him all bruised up. This is my absolute child and my baby girl! Here's some adoptables I never finished. Cute! I need to start finishing my adopts. Little doodle I did for Valentine's. It's my favorite holiday. More adorable Band-Aid girl. This is Farrell and his brother Ramsey quoting song lyrics because I'm really cheesy. That's his mom. Farrell's a diesel jock, which is basically a type of person that's nomadic and drives cars. Kind of like Mad Max vibes. Here I was drawing some different face markings that I might want to paint on him. I never ended up doing any of them, but I really love this one that kind of looks like tusks. This is him all bundled up in his winter outfit. And here's some concept art I did for a project that I was working on where I had to make like a miniature model of something, and I chose to do a merry-go-round. I never properly finished it though because quarantine. Okay, this is Troy from the future. It's the day after I recorded the original video, but apparently I'm missing a clip of a couple of these pages, so I'm just hopping back in to show you what my camera cut off. So this is Farrell waking up to see the most terrifying doctor in town leering over him. Here he is cuddling Nike's leg and smooching Harley, who died. That's hard to look at. Here he is with his bestie Nathan, getting defended by Fanny, leaning and cuddling Avery, and then leaning on Seth. Ugh, so cute. These just make me feel really warm because these were all drawn during the winter games where it's like we're just kind of cold, you know, we're outside, we're camping, and we just kind of want to cuddle with each other. We're all bundled up, and it's a really nostalgic feeling for me. Here's some sketches I did of my friends when we were at a cafe together, and they were all looking at my notebook and complimenting me. It was really cute. And here's some thoughty Farrell, and it's funny because these pictures started off as a joke, but they're not a joke anymore. Like, Farrell's kind of a hoe. We got some adorable foo-foo. These are pictures of the people who were working at the cafe we were staying at. More thoughty Farrell, and then these high school girls are actually some of my oldest OCs, and before they were human high school girls, they used to be cats. I was really obsessed with this cat comic that I was writing as a kid. These are some characters that my friends and I made for a one-shot game of 10 candles. It's a horror game and all of our characters ended up dying. This one is mine. Their name is Felon, and they're a YouTuber who documents the paranormal. In one scene of the game, they had to summon Satan to upload their YouTube video because there was no Wi-Fi. The game was super fun and scary because the bad guys were actually our old friends and family members who were the same except that their faces had turned upside down. It was a really disturbing concept, as you can see. Oh my gosh, y'all, I had a heart attack because I thought this thing was not recording half of the videos I was taking. Anyway, I decided to turn my overhead light on because I felt like the quality was a little grainy when I checked it on the computer. So hopefully this helps with that. Continuing onwards, we got Valentine Bear, adorable Farrell, Nike, and then my friend Dan as like an angel goat thing. Here's a sketch I did when my friends took me out to a hookah bar. This is a sketch of a very intense talk that Farrell had with Nathan at game. And then this is our favorite Dr. Smiles. Every friend group has a group mom and a group dad, and this is them. More Farrell and Nathan antagonizing each other. And then concept art of Sincerity is a rock and roll star, because why not? And I have my thumb here because titties. Some more pics of Sincerity being sexy. Sincerity and her husband again. And then my friend's OCs. Farrell's older brother Ramsey is a piece of art. Here's some more Ramsey being a mad boy. Here's some sketches of me on Valentine's Day. Here's Sincerity dancing with her friend. We're getting to the end now, are you excited? Here's some sketches of my character Charlie. And then that's the end, I can't believe it. Oh my god, we're done. You know what, I think we have time for the other sketchbook. Let's go through this really quickly. I have no idea what's in here, but the front page is beautiful, and then you can see the back is covered with rhinestones. That's really cool. So like I said, this is a multimedia sketchbook. Here's some sketches of my character Flirt, who is in one of the first short films I ever made. That's also on my channel, and it's called Beneath the Sand if you want to check it out. Here's some fan art of Conan Gray. I liked him before, it was cool. And then my original character Ulysses. He is a satyr and a pirate because all of my characters are pirates, to be honest. A bunch of the satyr boy being a cute little man. And then here's some character art of my friend's OC. I was playing around with the idea of them turning into an owl. Here's some cool flowers. Oh, wow, I haven't seen this in so long. I forgot I ever did this. So these are my characters, Alice and Jeremiah. They're albino twins, and sometimes I made them conjoined twins. I really love the concept of them being conjoined. They're pretty creepy. They usually have a goth aesthetic and play up their own creepiness on purpose. I'm obsessed with them. They're way too cute. I think this is a picture of one of my friends from class on a day where she was dressed particularly well. For context, this sketchbook is from my freshman year of college. Here's one of my OCs, and either he didn't ever get an official name or I can't remember what it is. I want to say Nigel, but that doesn't seem right. Here's some more sketches of Kiska. Remember, she's the character that I'm using in my short film this year. It's fun to see how much has changed, but how much has also stayed the same. Some of these pages are stuck together. Ooh, here's some sexy pictures. We got a little Bow Chicka Wow Wow under here. I think this character is owned by someone else and they're the one who did this picture. Ooh, here's a really pretty page where I was just testing out the washi tapes I had bought. These washi tapes are so gorgeous, but the only problem is they peel up really easily. Like, I'm pretty sure that these are glued down because they just unstick like that. This is someone else's OC. I'm not sure who any of these people are, but that one looks really cool. Here's Kiska and her papa, and this, I guess, is concept art for what Kiska's bedroom might have looked like. Here's some more Ramsey and his magnolia blossom tattoos. And then a little bit more of Alice and Jeremiah. Here's some sketches of Deo. Looks like I'm almost out of battery, shit. I'm trying to turn the pages because I realize I'm casting a shadow if I turn it too much. Here's some more Deo playing dress up. I drew Deo a lot when I was into my kidcore phase. Here's some more sketches of Alice and Jeremiah. My headcanon for them is their parents thought they were monsters since they're conjoined and albino, so they hid them away from society. But the parents didn't know that social media was a thing, and the kids were able to get a huge following online that eventually realized that the kids were basically being held hostage in their own home. Here's some sketches of Fufu, Deo, Alice and Jeremiah. Whoa, that was crunchy! I think these are pictures of an old friend's OC. And a lot of rant art about a crush I had on someone. It's kind of painful to look at, to be honest. Come easy and the drugs come cheap. We all stay skinny cause we just won't sleep. And hang out in the private rooms at the latest dictionary today's who's who. Get you anything with an evil smile. Everybody's got a rum dealer and speed dial. Hey, I wanna be a rock star. Here's some early concept art for my lesbian pirate webcomic idea. Here's our captain, Janelle Lorenz Baptiste. Little comics and costume ideas. Fufu was actually originally made to be part of the pirate crew. Here's Deo and his friend slash caretaker, Andrew, who discovered him in his backyard when Deo's spaceship crashed there. Here's some concept art for another character that's part of the lesbian pirate webcomic. Her name is Missile and she's a druid whose favorite element is water. These are some pretty satisfying pictures of water. Can you imagine if water was pink? That'd be so cool. We got some swatches of Posca marker and then Deo drawn in all the colors. Here's a little Kiska. We got some couple art of different characters of mine that are together. I'm actually really bad at shipping my own characters together. I'm big on doing romantic role plays, so I usually keep all of my characters single for that. Looks like I did a fun little collage of magazine cutouts on this page and then some goldfish watercolor next to it. Here's a little day at the zoo with Deo. He's so cute. I love what's in my bag drawings. Here's some sketches of Liam O'Brien because I think he's very pretty. Some more collages. These are actually really cool. Oh wow, I'm obsessed with this page. So I'm pretty sure I did these sketches outside of my sketchbook and then I glued them in and filled in the rest of the page to match them. So it says summer vacation. Summer vacation was great. I wish it wasn't over. I hate school so much. Suck my dick, Miss Hopkins. I hope I get expelled. I'll split my stomach if I have to learn about the Earth's core one more time. Okay, that's intense. Will you be my boyfriend? Yes, yes, and no. I think I messed things up again. Check plus, excellent work. 100% kill yourself. Wow, I was edgy back then. Oh, this is a really pretty page. I think these are close-ups of Farrell with acne and glittery lips. I absolutely love this pupil. That's a sparkly smiley face sticker. This page says delete social media apps, including Instagram. It says can't street and won't street. Start timing your productivity. Essential to a successful career. Oh my god, I feel like anxious just reading all this stuff. Here's some cool ballerina owl girls? I don't know. We got Ramsey on this page, Deo on this page. I see some interesting sketches of ha ha ha, you'll never have my heart. I think these are some more rant art of my crush. You thought I would want you again? Trick ass bitch, no. Drowning in my own negativity. Stop talking, stupid. Yeah, I definitely was having a time when I drew that. But Deo is really pretty. This was gonna be a full page of Ramsey being absolute trash, but it seems like I never finished. I love the effect of that font though. Here's a whole page of Deo having a crush. I was expressing myself through him. Some pictures of sleepy Deo and Andrew. I'm a little confused on this page. I can't tell if it's Deo or Ulysses because they both have lopsided horns and this hair looks more like Ulysses, but then there's a third eye which makes me think Deo. Here's some fun sketches of Missile climbing around the ship. She's always ready to throw hands. Here's a page stuffed with foo-foo. Oh my god, look at that face. Here's a picture of Deo with a bunch of stickers on him. And then this weird, slightly sexual watercolor I did. I think that's the last page. I only had a few left. And then the back is full of washi tape. That's really cool. Well, that is the end of my sketchbook tour for today. We went over these two sketchbooks and I had so much fun. I'm really glad that I didn't look at these prior to filming because I think I would have ruined a bunch of the surprises for myself. Like I said before, I still have a huge pile of sketchbooks I still need to go over with you guys. So I'm really looking forward to doing that in a future video. If you want to see that, please subscribe to my channel. We're almost at 2,000 followers. That's so cool. I feel like the last time I published a sketchbook tour, I was only at 300 or something. So it really blows my mind that I got so many, and I think it was over TikTok. So let me know in the comments if you're following me from TikTok or if you just came across my videos in the horrible YouTube algorithm. Also let me know which of my OCs you like the best. Until next time guys, bye!